Welcome to the Stampin' Shack and a little tutorial on how to color with blender pens and stamp pads. And I have a nice fall leaf stamped out for you. I'm going to start by adding a little old olive. I'm just going to be touching the tip of my blender pen onto my stamp pad. I'm going to take a little bit of ink off of it right now, because I just want to go in lightly with this. I think you're going to be surprised at how quickly you can color an image this way. And I'm just following the veins of this leaf, following the veins because when leaves turn color, they'll start to turn at the edges first. So I'm going to make this a little old olive right around the veins of it. And notice that as I do this, I do ink it up, and then I take a little ink off simply by rubbing it onto my scratch paper that I have. One of the things that's important when you are doing this type of watercoloring is to have scratch paper available. And one of the things that I can tell you is that you really can't mess this up. I'm just, once again, just going right along, adding a little bit of old olive. One of the things that I did with this particular image was I stamped it right onto very vanilla. If you are just learning how to do this, I would probably suggest using Stampin' Up's watercolor paper, because it's a little more forgiving and it allows you just a little more time to do some blending. Okay, now I'm pretty happy with the green that I have on here. And one of the things that I will do a little bit later is I will go back in and maybe make this a little more vibrant. So I'm just cleaning off my blender pen. I'm now going to add a little bit of more mustard. Once again, I'm just taking the end of my blender pen, the tip of it, touching it onto my stamp pad at the corner. This time I'm starting at the edges of my leaf, and I'm coming in just like that. And once again, notice how quickly I'm moving along. And I'm not going to be concerned if I go over the outside of the lines, because with this particular card I am going to be cutting out this image. So once again, that's going to add a little bit to your speed. Just filling in from the outside. And notice how fast we're going. Does not take long to do this. I've had people say that it must take a long time to watercolor this way, but it does not. It is really, really fast. Okay, I'm pretty pleased with how this is looking. And once again, I have some things that we can do to actually improve the looks of this. But right now, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to clean off my pen. I'm going to pull out the Cajun Craze. Once again, taking the tip of my blender pen, and I'm going to be moving in from the edges, covering over some of that more mustard that I put down. Moving my image around as I go. Some people have asked about my stamping room. I always have to laugh. I do my stamping at my dining room table. It allows me to stay connected with my family. And to me, that's important. Okay, I'm going to go back down here. Once again, moving this direction. There might be some people saying, oh my gosh, she got outside of the line. That's okay, because I'm going to cut it out. Okay. Now, not done yet. Cleaning off my pen.